That is going over there somewhere. Fuck that.
Hello! Sorry, I'm really loud.
That was quite loud.
Hey, so this is the first video and I put an announcement up on my Instagram last night, so I'm now joined by a friend!
Hey!
And
we have a common interest in films.
Yeah, so we're doing this together.
It's going to be nerdgasm everywhere.
Awesome. And it's a
Biggest
lot better
nerdgasm.
because if you've seen in my old videos, I stutter like fuck because I'm always
I've got a
nervous.
speech impediment, I ain't going to do us any favours.
You never know, so we are talking today about
Venom.
Venom. I'm so excited for this as well.
Me too.
I've just seen
Absolutely.
loads of stuff and it's just mad. And I was surprised when they put Tom Hardy in it as well because
He's a very unusual cast. There was a few casting choices that they threw out that were the guy from American Horror Story plays Dandy Mott. He was
really?
He was in the casting run-up.
he's quite because it's like he's quite young looking.
He's
isn't
also
he?
I could see him as Venom though. He's got the pretty boy face, but could also have an edge to it.
Yeah.
But no, when they said Tom Hardy, spot on choice.
Yeah.
As Bane,
You can
as
see
Mad
he's
Max,
just
he's got
person.
he's got that grizzled sort of aesthetic to him that he could pull it off.
So here we go.
You know, I really don't understand why they do the teaser before the teaser.
No,
so
it
just show us
doesn't-
the fucking trailer already. Come on.
It doesn't make sense.
There's a good theory we've got. I will touch on this later. But that picture painting screen.
Keep in mind.
Yeah, bear it in mind.
And you said CAT scans.
Yeah, CAT scans, they don't like actually produce any radiation or anything. Like they're just like electrodes and stuff. So.
And there's no dead. I mean, there's no like. It's not like the original normal one. It's like the old classic.
Yeah.
One.
But you know, the CAT scan, it won't trigger anything. So
The amount of times that guy walking past, I thought that was Andrew Garfield for so many times.
it does really like picture it. Michelle Williams is clearly wearing a wig there.
Small body.
Small body, yeah. I'll touch on that one later.
Oh no!
That there, look at that.
Yeah,
It looks like
webbing.
webbing.
That is
It
webbing.
looks like webbing, doesn't it? Which
And
ties
it's
into
white webbing as well.
ties into a theory I've got. I'll explain later on.
You're something else.
Tom Hardy is such a strong actor with his eyes,
Oh.
isn't he? And like the building soundtrack you get in this, that constant like fear that something's coming. Oh, this scene here. So you see all the scientists behind him. That could be potentially 5 symbiotes. I'll explain later on what I think that could be, but you know, if they go down that arc, that's what they're going to use.
I look like all the. That's definitely.
Tom Hardy screaming, it's always like, it's how I feel waking up in the morning knowing I've got to go to work. This is cool. It's really well done.
It's a great bad trailer.
It's a good bad trailer. It doesn't show you what you want to see.
And it looks like maybe that like the way the face shapes into the V, maybe that's like a way of just showing a quick little effect of how they're going to do it. In real 3D IMAX, yes.
3D. See, that's something I didn't actually think I'd be interested in
The thing
seeing.
is, 9% of, well, to me anyway, the 3D, 90% of them, it always seems like they just have it for the sake of it, like they don't actually
Commercial.
use it. These
push
effects
of
would
it,
be
yeah.
fucking crazy if like actually Venom comes out the screen and like grabs you and you're like, ugh.
Yeah, I can actually see that. I can see it working because the symbiote is quite like it's fluid. It's quite immersive. So having it and having a noise for it as well, almost like running water or like trickling water, to have that uncomfortable feeling, it would be perfect to have that alongside 3D.
And like I'm really like kind of confused with this one if I'm honest because like so I've seen all the pictures and all like the trailers, well the one trailer that came out and
the one set release.
the one set release and like the fan, but for some reason it just to me feels like it's a part of the Amazing Spider-Man universe. I mean,
it does, absolutely. I think
it's very dark to the MCU.
Yeah, I think what they're trying to do, because there was that controversial statement made by the executive at Sony with Kevin Feige sat next to her. She was like, "Oh, it's going to be part of the MCU. It's going to be a big thing, but it's going to be its own thing, separate." And Kevin Feige was there like,
"You're a fucking idiot."
Yeah, he's like, "I'm not saying anything to you." But he's always been quite elusive anyway, because he said something ages ago about Spider-Man not joining and it had never happened, and then boom, you see Spider-Man in Civil War.
Crazy.
So, but yeah, no, I get the vibe of. I think Andrew Garfield would be a more suited Spider-Man.
Yeah, I was thinking like when I texted you the other day because we were talking about it last night and it was really surprising because there's at the very beginning of the trailer there's a scene where Eddie Brock's walking past a convenience store.
Yeah.
So that looks spot on, exactly the same like the store where
the Uncle Ben bit in Amazing Spider-Man. It's got the same like atmosphere as well.
And an amazing and an Amazing Spider. How am I saying this? Oh, okay, this is fun. In Amazing Spider-Man 2 as well. Just that really stupid little goofy scene where he has all like the headgear on and he has all the like. And he's got a cold. Do you remember when he's?
Yes.
And then he's just like, oh,
and he's there at the convenience store.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just,
and then he webs up the guy and he sticks to the fridge. Yeah. No, I could see that.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, that's it. He's all of us on a Saturday night.
But I just think it looked very similar to that scene, and I don't know. It just, I mean,
it's got that like New York, downtown New York feel, but based in San Francisco. So following the Lethal Protector arc that they said they were going to go with is quite.
Yeah.
It's nice. It's an amalgamation, I think, of all the Venom comics in past, present, and the potential future. Because as soon as you slap a face to it, it'll be twisted for the next set of comics.
Like even the idea of what I had, and I was thinking about it earlier as well, which because like you said, when they're mixing around with all the comics and they're like going from the Lethal Protector, I was actually thinking Venom Zero.
Yes.
Agent Venom.
It's the Flash Thompson one.
I was thinking maybe there could be some sort of.
I believe they're bringing bringing in some elements of the war side of it, because Eddie Brock in the traditional comics is just a journalist. That's it. He's sort of this big burly. He's kind of out of character for a journalist. You think they're kind of dweeby, but he's the opposite of this because of Spider-Man. And he's got elements of the PTSD and troubles and everything else that sort of come around, and then he joins in that way. So I like it. I prefer it. I think the amalgamation of all the comics gives a wider basis of fan audience. Because if you go with one arc, you're a bit stuck. You sort of can't do much with once that story arc's finished, and you're going to piss off the other Venom fans. Because I prefer Eddie Brock.
Yeah, completely.
But I know people that prefer the Flash Thompson. I need to say Flash Gordon then. The Flash Thompson.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it just turns up. Ah!
Just a scream, a carnage, like Flash Gordon.
But that, in the essence of Venom, is it's a symbiote, so it can attach to any host. And if you have, like I said, like this entire plethora of Venom characters, to have multiple Venoms wouldn't be a surprise. There's even a she-Venom as well.
Yeah, it'll be crazy as well. Like, and the thing is, what I was thinking about, which it may be highly unlikely for this film as well, but I don't know if you ever played this or saw it. There was a game called, and it's probably not even from the game. It's probably way beyond like anything else. But it was called Spider-Man: Edge of Time, and there was
there was Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah, there was like a white Venom in it or something.
Yes,
anti-Venom. And I was thinking if they do that, that could be crazy twist.
Well,
but I don't think they will.
With the plot at the moment, with the fact they said straight up Carnage will be in this movie.
Did they?
Yeah, they said they went out and said Carnage will be in this movie. They didn't specify how much or how little Carnage is going to be in it.
I didn't know they said. I just heard I thought they were going to do it because when they kept saying in like all the promotional videos, they kept saying this is going to be Carnage, and I thought straight away
you don't drop hints like that. They don't go, hold up, are you putting Carnage in it? And they go, yeah, well, we're going to put Carnage in it.
This is Uncle Ben.
If you're not having Spider-Man, you need Carnage, because even if Peter Parker's in it, because there's the set like. The leaks, as it were, saying that Peter Parker is there, but not Spider-Man.
Yeah.
So we'll get onto that later on. I've got a whole plot analysis to just throw at you.
I just think it's crazy completely, and I don't know. I'm just really I was thinking about it, and I mean even just like you were saying before, what I was actually thinking about the other day was before when the director of Amazing Spider-Man, Mark Webb, when he stopped.
Perfect name for the series.
Yeah, brilliant. When Mark Webb stopped and said, okay, we're doing no more Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield's gone, they did not cross out and said they weren't going to do a Sinister Six film in that universe. Because they did say that when they had all the symbiote and all the Dr. Octavius and Vulture stuff on the...
It was all there, post-credit, wasn't it?
Then they just left it at that. So
the studio might pick it up though. Venom does well. If you have one anti-villain, anti-hero, villain-esque movie that does well, it doesn't mean that he can't be the front runner to then the Sinister Six movie.
Yeah.
Because then you can throw in Mysterio and Vulture, which we've already had in Homecoming. Mm-hmm. So you had Shocker in that movie as well, like a more watered down version. But you still have the villains that are going to be present in that universe that are also, are mixed in with the MCU style villains. Because if Sony and Marvel have this deal and Venom does well. I personally think if they get 1 second of greatness with Venom, the MCU are going to be like, yeah, that's canon, and then walk away because they're stupid not to. because you don't have like Tom Holland Spider-Man in that universe.
Yeah.
What you could have done is have Tom Holland and Andrew Garfield both as Spider-Man.
That would be crazy.
So you've got MCU Spider-Man, you can do what you want with that, and then you've got Andrew Garfield Spider-Man,
which would be darker and
much darker,
and it would even get R-rated or something.
Yeah, because he'd be perfect for it with the way that they killed off Gwen Stacy and they had it going down a very dark route. A couple of years later, you could have this massive accident. Something went on. Spider-Man's to blame. He's a more like ragged Spider-Man, a more beaten up. He's been through the wars. He's been Spider-Man for like 5 or 6 years now because he's a teenager, isn't he? He's like a college student in Amazing Spider-Man 2. And then you can have it.
So he even looks older as well, and I think it would make a lot more sense as well because, I mean, normally in the comics and in the Spider-Man 3, for example,
don't talk about them. Don't exist. It's like Godfather 3.
It seemed like they were very close to the same age, Eddie Brock and Peter Parker, and especially if it is with Andrew Garfield in this universe, it would make more sense because it would feel a bit strange. I don't know, just to me, where Tom Hardy's nearly 40 years old, and like there's little Tom Holland who's just
turned 21.
Yeah,
that's it. Like this
like,
fresh faced kid. Yeah, like a big symbiote guy. Hello, I'm the interviewer, Tony Davis Jr., and I'd like to clarify that moment where I said I'll touch on that later was in reference to a child. I mean I touched a child!